Good morning, fast trackers, and welcome to 163. My voice is a little bit low today, isn't it? Oh, it's down low, way down low. I wonder why that is. Anyway, hope you've had a wonderful weekend. My name's Darryl, and I'm in Sydney, Australia. It's 6:15 in the morning here. It's black outside. It's a bit cloudy. Oh, I can see a little bit of a glow out that way, which means I may be able to get a game of golf in. Let's hope so. I was watching a documentary last night. Let's see if I can play this thing. There's a song by Sly Stone. Remember Sly and the Family Stone? It was quite a fascinating documentary. Go onto YouTube and look it up. The history of Sly and the Family Stone. They were huge at the end of the 60s and the early 70s. And for me, a very influential album called Fresh came out in about 1972, 73. An amazing album. I still listen to it today and think they will make a music that was never made before. It was pretty... You either like it or you don't, but it might take a little while to get used to it, but I love it. Anyway, there's a song called Everyday People with only one chord in it. And it starts off with... it's in A flat. Well, it's probably out of tune because, it was recorded a long time ago. But it could be in A, but I think it's in A flat. Here's A flat. And if you want to play the A flat major scale, and you should know all your scales, folks. You should know all your scales. There's the A flat major scale, and here's the 6 common chords of A flat. A flat, B flat minor, C minor, D flat, E flat, and F minor. Now, I probably lost 95% of you already. I've got a program that I'm going to be promoting soon to help you with all this stuff. And it makes it fun. Because we can't just play in the key of C major forever. Sometimes we just need to play in other keys. We just have to do it. And I know you can use the transpose button, but that's naughty. You got to be able to do it without the transpose button. How are we all anyway? I better say hello. See if we got the thing on here. Get mail. Yeah, it works. Isn't that wonderful? There's my little pink 163. Do I click that on? So, this Everyday People song's got one chord in it. But it starts off with this little gospel type start. You've got G. Great message in this song too. They're one of the first bands, if not the first band, to have both black and white in their band. And that caused problems from both sides. But they did it because they were doing it for the music. They don't care about the colour. And we're still carrying on with that silly rot, aren't we? Here we go. So it starts off with this. So you got E flat, A flat, and C, and then you come up to F, A flat, and D flat. Now this is chord 1. A flat is chord 1, but we're doing it with the E flat on the bottom. And we keep this note here. And we move this to a white note F, and this one up to D flat. And back again. G'day Judith, how are you? You're driving through the countryside in East Texas. Wonderful. Well, I wouldn't want you to run off the road because Darryl's yapping away about his piano. So you play it down low. Isn't that nice? See that little bouncy thing I'm doing here with the left thumb? If you don't do that bouncy thing with the thumb, it sounds like this. which is okay. G'day, Jack from Massachusetts. Hello, Manuel. Hi. What do you think of my haircut? Actually, I had several hairs cut. That's my dad joke I give to all the little kids. Don't know if they get it. Yeah. Try doing that. Sounds good. Now little one, old animal, oh animal, it animal. Now you got instant gospel music. Yeah, how about that? Go back and look at the video later and see if you can pick that up. Anyway, Everyday People is in A flat, and it starts off with. You got this little bouncy thing in the left hand, A flat, ding dong, ding dong. And everyday people. That's all it is. It was a #1 hit. One chord. Isn't that amazing? Just thought I'd share that with you. And check out Sly Stone. I think he was a genius. That documentary is wonderful. Go and have a look at it. And to this last 40 years, basically, he's been living in a Winnebago, and he's got in there all his recording gear, and he's happy just to fiddle about with his computer, doing his thing. He pulls up outside his family's house, his kids' house, and hangs out for a couple of days, sits in there, does his music, and when he gets into trouble, he moves on to the next place. Isn't that amazing? I mean, the guy had Rolls Royces and everything when he was younger. Okay. The song of the week is this one. It's a long way from Everyday People. Who knows it? Come on, let's see who's the first person to say it. Here we go. Now the left hand. Interesting. This is the opposite of Everyday People with one chord. Now, that was in A major. Now goes to a completely different key, B flat. What song it is. Good on you, Malcolm. Now the chorus goes into G major. So the song starts in A. Do you think John Lennon knew that? Probably not. He doesn't need to. All he needs to know is what sounds good. And someone would say to him, "Oh, you're in the key of A, John." "Oh, yeah, well... yeah, right." And that's what these people do. They find things they love the sound of, and they just get right into it and create it, and then share it with others, and then we hear it and we fall in love with it, and next thing you know, you want to learn it. And I'm teaching it to you now. Yeah. It's not Fool on the Hill. No. Here is the chorus. Ends on an A chord. Now he goes back to the start. Actually, he doesn't do the introduction again, does he? He just goes straight into here. Isn't that pretty? You got this little left hand thing where it goes from A down to G, down to F sharp, down to F natural. Everything's working okay? G, F sharp, and F natural. And you've got this little repetitive melody up the top. So a few songs have picked up on this chord progression. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Okay, the password for today is Lucy. Lucy, and that'll get you a 50% discount for any song in the song shop. That's for all our friends that are actually watching this show live. And I thank you for doing that, because without you, I wouldn't be here. So, Lucy is the password for today for any song in the song shop for a 50% discount. Now, what else? It even has a nursery rhyme in that song, Everyday People. You wouldn't think that our number one song would only have one chord in it. Achy Breaky Heart's got two. Yeah, well, there you go. So, what else? I better say hello to a few people. G'day, Thomas. How are you going? Good to see you. And Wadscraft, lovely to see you too. Philip, yay. Good. Stephen, how are you? Good to see you all there. It's getting a little bit lighter now, but it's going to be cold and grey out there today. Cold and grey. What else was it going? Oh, I know what I was going to show you. Can you see the blue books over there? That's because we're doing a show in a couple of weeks' time. I got this 14-year-old singer-songwriter that comes here. She's amazing. Her name is Vivi, and we're putting on a show. I've decided that someone's got to hear her songs. She's just so good. Stephen has heard. I think Judith has too. One song on a soiree a couple of years ago when we had the lockdown business going on. Anyway, they're growing up fast, and I've got two other young girls that are going to play with her. I'm playing the double bass, and we're doing an hour show down at the Coogee Diggers of all her original songs. She's doing 10 of them, and she's written over 50, and they're all good. Amazing. It's a real privilege to be part of it, you know. It's going to be a bit of a drag carting all this gear down. I've got to take the conga drums, the electric piano, double bass. How do I get myself into these things? Yeah, and the amplifiers and all the business. Yeah, but it'll be worth it. And we're nearly sold out. We've got 50 tickets, and I think we've only got 10 left. Anyway, so that's what that is. But in the middle of all this, I've been making up. I made up a little tune the other day. The thing is, I call it catching butterflies. What do I mean by that? Well, butterflies are beautiful. Unfortunately, when I was a young boy, I spent a lot of time on my own catching butterflies. I had a wonderful butterfly collection. Not a nice thing to do, I suppose, but it taught me a lot of other things. And patience, the beauty of nature, and to be extremely observant. When you play little things on the piano, some people put their hands on the keyboard while you're talking to them. You may even be doing it now. Just fiddling about. It's like scratching a squiggle when you're talking to somebody on the phone. In the old days, you used to, if somebody was, rattling on a bit like me, then you got a pencil and you just drew a picture. And at the end of it, you thought, oh, where'd that come from? I drew a picture with my pencil while I was on the phone. And you ignore it. This happens on the piano too. People do it. I remember one day one guy was with me, and he, I think I was about his 9th piano teacher. He was only about 17, and I've told this story before on the live show. So if you remember it, well, that's great. Anyway, he was doing something like this. He was used to playing boogie woogie stuff. That sort of thing, right? And his fingers just stayed on those 2 squashy notes. And I said, what's that? He said, what's what? I said, what did you just play? I said, that. And I told him just to move out of the road because I caught a butterfly. And I turned it into a bit of an octave. Etc. And that all came about because his fingers and I were lurking on these 2 notes. Because he wanted to go. But he did it so slow that I heard something completely different. I saw another butterfly. And that's become a piece on Donzarra. It's called Sarah. You can listen to it. It's on Spotify. It's in the key of E. It's got 4 black notes. Hey, listen, I got to tell you something. I'll send you this. not last week, the week before, I did my very first classroom. It was a great success. We did It Don't Mean a Thing If It Ain't Got That Swing. And it was a traditional lesson. It was full on for an hour. And I just teach. I don't go on about all my little anecdotes and stories and things so much. I teach the song. And it's using traditional music notation. Now, some people have an issue with reading music. Hands up the people out there that do. Some people have a little bit of an issue with it. Well, you don't have to if you don't want to. You don't have to. You'll miss out if you do, but if you don't want to, you can join the Pencil Club. Pencil Club. And the Pencil Club is basically this. See? I write all the notes out in a pencil, just letters. Just letters and the chords underneath. So you don't have to learn to read music if you don't want to. Now, this is probably good for people that are really keen. They've started piano later in life and they want to really just get in and play some tunes straight away. They don't want to have to worry about what those golf sticks mean. Well, that's fine. You can do that later. I've got plenty of packages on that. So if you are interested, I'm doing a Pencil Club on the Beatles song. What's it go? In My Life. There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places have their, what's the next chord? Moments for people and friends I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. Yeah, so I'm teaching this song. In my life, I've loved their all. I'm doing it this Wednesday evening, USA time. And for all my friends watching today, you got a 50% discount for the early bird ticket. Early bird ticket, I spent an hour on this song, going through all sorts of things. You'll learn a lot. You won't just learn to play the tune. You'll learn some other stuff too, and we'll just get right into it. And you will have access to that 1 hour video forever. Now, that video is not going to be public. So the only way you're ever going to be able to see it is by buying a ticket. Okay? So you can get an early bird ticket now. The actual early bird thing is over, but because you're my regular friends that bother to watch my show, I'm happy for you to get on to my website now, and 5 minutes to the end of 5 minutes after the show, and you get an early bird ticket for that, for a 1 hour lesson intensive on that song. Okay. What else have we worked? Oh, that's right. I've made up a piece. You like that idea about catching butterflies? You know, some people have butterflies fly by them all day long. And not actual butterflies, just beautiful things. You know, you might just go up the street and, you know, walk up to a supermarket or something. And if you just watch, you can see some beautiful moments where people are interacting with one another. And instead of just being totally engrossed in what you're doing and where you're going and getting what you've done, you can observe things out there and go, wow, oh, okay, that's interesting. And sometimes you do that with sound, like I did with, and it can turn into a piece of music. And the other day I put my fingers on the keyboard and I've come up with this little thing. It's very much in its early stages. How am I going for time? We've got 5 minutes. G'day, Peter. How are you? Good to see you there. Kyle, hello. How are you going? And Chris, ever thought of putting it in the song shop? Do you think people would want to play it? It's in the key of E. Maybe I could. Maybe I could if I get enough people. Need to see my butterfly collection. My mum threw it out, Judith. This is one of the big things, you know. Today, before you throw things out, we just have so much stuff, don't we? But I've got to throw things out. It just gets out of control. So I take a photograph of things and then I'll put them in the garbage. So I can remember them. If I've got an emotional attachment, real emotional attachment, I'll keep it. I've still got the teddy bear in there. Fair dinkum in there. He's lost an eye though. I don't know if anybody knows any teddy bear fixer-uppers. Anyway, the other day, I did that. I like it. It's a little bit like... But I did it down here. So what is that? That's B and D. And then I started playing a low E down here. So I went... I just liked it. This note here is on the offbeat. One, one, I want to get people moving their bodies down at the jazz, you know, just feeling it. Like, you know, don't want them just to sit there and think, oh, that's nice. This is a body song. Sounds like Texas blues, doesn't it, Judith? So you're seeing the birth of a new piece from Daz. So that's all on the offbeat. 2, 3, 4. Bom 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 ba dee dum bom bom ba dee dum bom bom ba G chord, A chord, dee dum bom bom ba dee dum bom bom ba dee dum bom bom. So we'll have a lot of fun with that. And I can see the trumpet and the sax playing some sort of angular weird tune over the top. Something like this. Yeah. 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 Ba-da-da, ba-da-da. I can't sing and play it at the same time. And then to break it up, I've got some weird chords just to do something weird. And I just threw my fingers on some notes, and they ended up doing this. Oh no, that's not right. That one. I've got to do it fast, maybe. That's it. Yeah. That was it. Yeah. Right, so we got here. 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 And here. That's not in your normal everyday song, is it? No. That's where I'll probably lose them. Oh, you can't see my hands. Oh dear, I need somebody else to do the show. Well, once I get over 1,000 people watching this show, I might be able to get someone to look after all the gear for me. Oh, sorry about that, folks. Yeah, I should have put that on. Trish is doing okay, thanks, Judith. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Then I'm going to go into something like this. Maybe not. I'm sorry, I didn't realise that it was on that other thing. Oh well, there you go. Thanks for watching, folks. We've got to finish up. don't forget to consider the Pencil Club. I'd really like to make this a success. I'd like to do it every couple of weeks. Do a jazz club, which we did last time. Things don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. And a pencil club for those people that aren't quite into reading the music and just want to get it in and play in some tunes. Okay, so enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you next week for 164. Okay, music love to everybody. Bye bye. Woo! Yeah, baby. Yeah, so you have to go onto the classroom page. Go onto the classroom page, and you can get a early bird ticket. An early bird ticket just for my Sunday show viewers. I'd love to see you come along. Okay. Thanks everybody. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.